In this video, you'll receive a step-by-step guide that shows you how to set up the PDW 909 washer-dryer stack correctly. The following safety and warning instructions must be read in full before starting work and complied with during the work. The scenes shown in the video were filmed in a simulated environment and may differ from real-world practice. Part 1 is positioning the washing machine in the right place. To do this, the appliance is first lifted off the pallet. First, the cardboard lid and the side supports made of polystyrene are removed. Part of the polystyrene casing is used as a support. The device is then moved off the pallet on one side using slow movements and carefully placed down on the polystyrene casing. Afterwards, the appliance is placed on the floor. The pallet can be moved aside. The washing machine shown in this video does not reflect the condition in which it was delivered. For this reason, please note, the Torx keys used to open the drum are located on top of the open housing. In the next step, the transport safety locks are removed. To do this, the right locking hook is turned anti-clockwise and the left locking hook clockwise, and the transport rods are then pulled out of the appliance. Finally, the holes are sealed using the supplied plugs. Before carrying out the next steps, and to ensure smooth operation, make sure the unit is set up level both lengthways and across. Any deviations can be checked using a spirit level and compensated for by individually adjusting the leveling feet. The next step to ensure the appliance is properly positioned is securing the washing machine to the floor. The door is opened in the direction of the arrow shown using the Torx key provided. The supplied fixing kit is located in the drum and is designed for plug fixing to a concrete floor. The correct position for the drill hole can be marked on the floor with a pen. For organisational reasons, however, drilling into the floor is only indicated in this video. Next, the control panel will be removed. First, the two screws fitted on either side are removed. The panel can then be carefully folded forwards. Now the cables on the electronics can be carefully removed. Start with the cable for the electronics operating data and program memory. This is very thin and can tear quickly. For this reason, the plug may only be pulled off straight upwards. After that comes the network cable and finally the cable for the additional door electronics. In the final step, the washing machine's rear panel column is dismantled to prepare for the next stage. To do this, both the protective earth conductor is removed and all 4 screws are loosened, and then the rear panel is taken off the appliance. It is now important to check the regional version of the electrical connections. These differ between North America and Europe. The same applies to the power supply plugs, as they have a different shape. The plug is located at the top of the washing machine and is marked with a circle for this video. It is also important to check the facility voltage. If the voltage setting is incorrect, the unit will not work properly. This step must be completed before placing the dryer on top of the washing machine. Now that the washing machine has been positioned, leveled and secured, the dryer will be set up in the second part that follows. Before placing the dryer on top of the washing machine, make sure that the cables are no longer attached to the pallet. Otherwise, there is a risk that they will be damaged when you lift it. To do this, 2 people lift the tumble dryer off the pallet, carefully set it down onto the washing machine's connecting pieces and push it in as far as it will go. In this case, make sure the tumble dryer is not placed down without the pallet, otherwise the cables for the control electronics may be damaged. The dryer is now finally aligned and screwed into place. To do this, the total of 4 screws taken from the supplied pack are used for securing it. The screws are first fitted by hand and then tightened using a torque wrench. The washing machine and the tumble dryer are now securely screwed together. Now we'll move on to the third part and fit the dryer's electronics. In the first step, the control electronics are removed from the drum and placed on a clean work surface. The electronics can then be carefully removed from the box and placed into the free slot on the control panel. Next, tighten the screws to a maximum torque of 0.6 Newton meters. Do not tighten excessively to avoid dimples in the panel. The electronics can now be connected. To do this, first connect the protective earth conductor for the dryer to the unit. For the next steps, the secured cables for the control electronics are then released from the dryer housing. After that, we continue with the wiring for the control electronics. Following the additional door connection, both for the washing machine and for the tumble dryer. The next connections are the protective earth for the washing machine and the network cable, and finally, the cable for the operating data and program memory. Afterwards, the control panel is screwed back onto the washing machine casing using the 2 screws fitted on the sides. After the control panel has been refitted to the unit, the final 4th part covers the last adjustments so that the setup can be successfully completed. First, the rear panel is refitted to the washing machine. After that, connect the protective earth conductor, then insert and tighten the total of 4 screws on both sides. The next step is to connect the water supply. For the washing machine's cold water connection, you'll need a tap with a 3/4 inch threaded fitting in each case. It is important to ensure that the cold water inlet hose is not suitable for a hot water connection. The hoses are colour-coded. For the hot water connection, the appliance comes with its own hose. This is also connected using a 3/4 inch screw fitting. After connecting the water, both devices can now be connected to the power supply. Finally, the exhaust hose is connected so that the warm, moist air from the tumble dryer is vented outside. All other connections that aren't shown visually in this video depend on the conditions on site and the specific machine type. This also includes the subsequent commissioning. For organisational reasons, these scenes are therefore not shown in the video. This concludes the installation of the Miele Professional Washer Dryer Stack PDW 909. Thank you for watching and best of luck with putting it into practice.